All right, all right. Welcome back, everyone. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of keep trucking on ahead here. So right now we've got our FV3805. This is a Tier 9 British artillery piece. So now I have kind of moved crews over here. So I do have a crew that's got their first perk out of the way, or their first skill or perk out of the way, and then and then they're all kind of researching some other stuff. So, but yeah, we're gonna hop right into it, and let's get going. Again, the standard setup for my other artillery pieces. Camo net, gun rammer, gun laying drive. I guess I could put repair kits and all that on here, but I just haven't bothered with, and I'm not going to do it right now. So let's go ahead and jump on in, and let's see what the game gives us here. All right, so Abbey. All right, so not too bad. I don't mind this map, and depending on where you spawn, there's hiding spots, or there's just like not hiding spots. Hiding spots, they're kind of important when you get into some of these higher tier artillery pieces, because they're basically, it's like trying to hide a school bus, and they're so slow that once you're discovered, it's just kind of over with. Now we're spawning on the north side, so a good hiding spot that I know of isn't actually over here. If we were spawning in the south, I would normally come over here into this corner and hang out there. We don't have that luxury here, so I'm gonna actually just kind of hang out fairly close to the cap for now. Just one RD on each team, so I don't really have to worry about too much about counter battery fire. Well, and now I've knocked over a tree. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and move on out of this spot. Like I said, these things, it's kind of like trying to navigate around in a school bus. They're so bulky and just irritating, very generally. So I'm gonna go ahead and cozy up right here, and looks like already we've got a few victims that want to come on down this way. So that UDES right there, these are, I'm sorry, this T10. I'm gonna go ahead and put a round in there, and I'm gonna miss. So I went high on it. So I'll probably have to do a bit better. Now, the one nice thing about the British guns is that they actually reload fairly quick, and this Tier 9 that I'm using right now is actually no exception. It's actually a pretty quick reloading machine. There was a tank there. I'm just gonna put a round in there just in case he just to let him know we're looking at him. That Falk, I think, I don't know. Has he gone into the water? I don't. No, he did, but he's out of there. Okay, so whatever. That okay, so this sneaky dude right here, so they're coming this way, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and make haste, try and get myself into a better spot here. Now this is probably just not gonna... I probably waited a little bit too long to reposition myself. It does look like they've kind of like lemming trained down that one side. We're down 0 to 3, so I really do actually kind of need to get my gun back in the game here. And let's just go ahead and stop it here. I'm gonna try and put some rounds into the group of heavies. So far, my okay, so let's see. Okay, so that Cranbon up there, he needs to be hit. I've got my teammates are wanting me to hurt him. And he stopped, obviously, so I missed. But I don't know if he was reloading. I don't know if that's an autoloader or not. This guy over here needs to go away, though. Okay, so this cran van, or whatever it is, he's moved back over here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a round up there, hoping to hit him. No, I just stunned him. So I'm not really... This round is going poorly for our team. You know, and sometimes you just need to just let it go, and then you just gotta really, you just gotta kind of set everything aside and just focus more on like taking guns out of the game. So that's really what I'm gonna do here. That guy needs to go. Those Cranvons, or whatever the hell they are, they Cranvagon, whatever. I think they're pretty good players, so they're just sort of raising, you know, wreaking hell with our teammates over here in this area. I'm almost reloaded, and I'm gonna go ahead and try and smack some of these guys. Hopefully I can get him. Okay. Well, I did a little bit of damage, and they're stunned, but this area over here has pretty much been overrun. Oh man, what I wouldn't give to be reloaded right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and okay, well, let's have a look here. And if he kind of sticks around, and or if they come around here and they try to go after that WT off PZ or whatever, then I can probably... Okay, that was a good shot. He's still gonna kill my guy though. So, yeah. So I mean, we started to kind of make a little bit of a comeback there, but we're still, you know, we're still just lacking quite a bit right now. Yes, we'll have to see where this guy pops out at. I do have, you know, a handful of tanks are still alive. Not many, and might as well just start going for targets at this point. So that T-30, he's a big, sexy target, so I'm going to shoot at him. And he's fairly close, so there's probably not even much of a delay. Yeah, that Cranvon or whatever he is, he's come down. He's probably... Okay, well, let's hightail it out. Maybe if we can stay alive for just a hair bit longer, we might be able to get a round or two into those guys. Hoping that maybe, just maybe, I can escape long enough to get reloaded, flip around, put a shot into that fella. Okay, let's see. Yep, and they've killed that T-30. Yeah, those Cranvon guys are actually really good. Let's see, can we, whoops, okay. So, awesome way to get dizzy. And scouts are scouting in the wrong place. So they've decided to scout in the wrong place. So I don't know where these guys are. They're going to see me before I ever see them. Now, there's that Cranvon. Yeah. I'll never be reloaded in time for it, so we just have to, we're probably just gonna have to accept our fate here. Maybe, oh, and he can get me from up here. Yeah, well, you know, again, not my best game, not my worst. You know, so far it's looking like, you know, we did a bunch of stun damage. We did about 1,800 damage there. I don't know. I think maybe we killed one person, one guy. But, yeah, so there you go. You know, and one thing to always remember is, you know, at any... always fight to the very bitter end. You know, it never... you'll never win a game by quitting. So just always fight to the end. It's only just little pixels and digital credits. It really has absolutely no bearing on who you are as a person in real life. Always fight to the very bitter end. Much like this, our Sheridan guy here. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he wants to... yeah, well, okay. Well, he's figured out that that he can't climb up that end of the mountain. And I guess, you know, I guess he's trying to look for a nice little scouting spot where he can maybe get a hit in on that Cranvagon, that Cranvagon. Oh, well, whatever he did, he did scare them, so they have left the cap. And now, you know, he's gonna try and, I don't even really know. He'll probably get hit from there. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, but like I said, you know, never give up. You know, you might as well just fight to the very end. So, especially as artillery, we already have a bad reputation. Never ever give up. Don't drown yourself. Don't jump off a cliff. Fight them. Get that last little, you know, or at least try to get that last little bit of damage, and then and just go down swinging. So okay, so in the end, it looks like we did about, you know, almost 2,000 damage. And you know, if you're used to playing like tier 4, tier 5, you might think, holy shit, you know, 2,000. This is absolutely nothing when you get into higher tiers. All right, these tanks are rolling around with, like, your standard tank is rolling around, you know, with, you know, 2,000 worth of hit points on it. So you know, this isn't horrible. Excuse me, but it's not bad. You know, I do run a premium account, so I did actually come out of that after repairs and ammunition. I did actually come out of that with, you know, making a little bit of money, making a little bit of credits there, and then, you know, 620, just base, which would have been nice to have, you know, won and had more. Team score, I don't even know why I bother looking at this, you know, I mean, but you can kind of see, like, you know, the damage levels here, and then their top hitters over here, you know, almost 5,000 damage, 4 kills. Alright, but yeah, you know, and then we did okay. So, you know, they could have done a little better by, you know, hitting some of the guys that I stunned, but we'll take it. So, but yep, FV3805. And thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.